In the age of distractions, the world wants to pull you in 1,000 different directions, all demanding your attention. Social media, work, relationships, entertainment, everything is fighting for your time, your energy, and your focus. But here's the harsh truth. Time is the most precious commodity you have, and once it's gone, it's never coming back. The problem is, we waste it. We allow the trivial to dictate how we live, giving ourselves to things that don't matter in the long run. We invest in fleeting moments, and in return, we lose sight of the bigger picture. But it doesn't have to be this way. Today, we will explore why focusing on yourself, your growth, and your mind is the only way to truly live. We will dive deep into the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has been guiding men and women toward personal mastery and self-discipline for centuries. By the end of this, you'll know exactly why it's time to stop wasting your time and start focusing on what truly matters. Number 1, the tyranny of time. What we must first understand is the tyranny of time itself. Each day, we are given a limited number of hours to live, yet we often squander them in pursuit of things that don't matter. The Stoics, particularly Marcus Aurelius, understood this deeply. In his Meditations, he wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This statement isn't meant to be morbid, but rather a wake-up call. We spend our days indulging in distractions, avoiding the things that truly matter. We worry about the opinions of others, chase after fleeting pleasures, and dwell on things outside our control. Meanwhile, time slips away, and one day we'll find that we've spent our lives chasing shadows instead of creating substance. To focus on yourself is to recognize this truth. Every moment wasted is a moment lost forever. That's why Stoicism teaches us to be present, to act with intention, and to align our actions with our highest values. Only then can we begin to take control of our time and ultimately our lives. Number 2, the illusion of control. One of the greatest lies we tell ourselves is that we can control everything around us. We cling to the illusion that we can control the actions of others, the course of events, and even our own emotions. But the Stoics understood that the only thing within our control is ourselves. Epictetus, in his Discourses, famously said, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." This is where true power lies, not in controlling what happens to us, but in controlling how we respond to it. When you stop wasting your time trying to control things outside your influence, you free yourself. You can focus on your actions, your responses, and your growth. When you accept that you cannot control the world around you, you stop giving your power away. Instead, you focus on cultivating inner peace and self-mastery. Number 3, the distraction of the ego. Another way we waste our time is by giving too much energy to our ego. The ego is a powerful force that constantly seeks validation, approval, and recognition. It drives us to compare ourselves to others, to seek out external praise, and to constantly measure our worth by external standards. Marcus Aurelius warned against this in his Meditations, writing, "The ego is a distraction from the task at hand. It hinders growth and prevents true progress." When we are consumed by our ego, we are distracted from what truly matters, our internal growth. We waste precious time seeking validation from others instead of investing that energy into improving ourselves. To focus on yourself, as a Stoic would advise, is to detach from the need for external approval and to instead find your worth in your own actions, your character, and your inner peace. Number 4, embrace the present moment. The past is gone, the future is uncertain, and all we truly have is the present. Yet, how often do we waste our time regretting the past or worrying about the future? This is one of the greatest sources of emotional turmoil. Seneca, in his essay on the shortness of life, speaks to this truth. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. We can't change the past, and the future is always out of our reach. But we can make the most of the present moment. To focus on yourself is to realize that the present is all that matters. Every decision you make, every action you take, is rooted in the now. Instead of wasting your time on what's already happened or what might come, focus on what you can do today. This is where true power lies. Number 5, detach from the outcome. We often waste our time obsessing over the outcomes of our actions. We want guarantees. We want results. And when we don't get what we expect, we feel frustrated, disappointed, and even defeated. But the Stoic mindset teaches us to detach from the outcome. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This doesn't mean we shouldn't strive for success, but it means that we must focus on the process, not the result. When we focus on the process, we learn to enjoy the journey. We stop wasting our energy on worrying about the future and instead channel it into doing our best in the present. This is true freedom. Free from expectations, free from anxiety, and free to focus on the work itself. Number 6, stop seeking approval from others. The pursuit of external validation is a never-ending cycle. We seek the approval of others, thinking it will bring us happiness or fulfillment. But in reality, this only leads to more anxiety and self-doubt. We waste our time trying to live up to others' expectations, all while neglecting our own path. Seneca urged us to break free from this cycle, saying, "He who is brave is free. He who is afraid is a slave to the opinions of others." The Stoics understood that true happiness comes from within, not from the approval of others. When you focus on yourself, you stop seeking validation from the outside world. You no longer measure your worth by what others think of you. Instead, you define your own value by your actions, your character, and your internal peace. Number 7, live with purpose. One of the greatest ways to stop wasting your time is by living with purpose. Without a clear purpose, we drift aimlessly, filling our days with meaningless distractions. The Stoics lived with purpose, guided by their values and principles, and this gave them a sense of direction and meaning. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." The key to living a meaningful life is not to talk about virtue, but to embody it. When you live with purpose, every action becomes intentional. You stop wasting time on things that don't serve your higher goals. And instead, you invest your time in activities that align with your values. This is how you take control of your life, by living it on your own terms with purpose and clarity. Number 8, accept what you cannot control. The Stoics understood that there are things outside our control, and there's no use in wasting our time fighting against them. We can't control the weather, the actions of others, or the inevitable challenges life throws our way. But what we can control is how we respond to these situations. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you accept what you cannot control, you stop wasting your energy on things that don't matter. You focus on what you can control, your actions, your thoughts, and your responses. This is where true freedom lies. Number 9, embrace discomfort. Most of us seek comfort and avoid discomfort at all costs. But the Stoics knew that growth lies in discomfort. To focus on yourself is to embrace the challenges that come your way, knowing that they are opportunities to grow stronger. Seneca put it best, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." We waste our time seeking comfort, but it is through discomfort that we grow. When you embrace discomfort, you stop wasting your time avoiding challenges. Instead, you face them head-on, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to build your resilience and character. Number 10, focus on the present moment. The present moment is all we have. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. Yet we waste our time dwelling on both. We regret what has happened and worry about what might come. But as Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The present moment is all we have. Focus on it, and the rest will follow." To focus on yourself is to recognize that the present is all that truly matters. Every decision you make, every action you take is rooted in the now. Stop wasting your time worrying about what's already happened or what might come. Instead, focus on what you can do today. Time is fleeting. The distractions of the world will always be there. But it's up to us to decide how we use our time. The Stoics understood this, and they chose to focus on what truly matters, on themselves, their growth, and their inner peace. If we want to live a life of purpose and meaning, we must stop wasting our time on things that don't matter. We must focus on ourselves, on our actions, and on our responses to the world around us. Only then will we achieve true freedom, inner peace, and mastery over our own lives. If you found this message enlightening, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the Modern Stoic, and leave a comment below. What will you focus on today to stop wasting your time? Let's continue this conversation and inspire each other to live intentionally.